everybody, Jeff Stone here with day 48 of the year 2015 at magicreview.com. We're looking at the European Coin Symposium, Volume 4. Now, I just posted the video for Volume 3 a few hours ago. It technically was yesterday, so this is technically a new day. So even though the videos are only a few hours apart, so I'm still on track for my goal of one video per day for the whole entire year. So, go back and watch the other review. You know, there's very similar things to say about them. It's the same kind of thing. This kind of video is really hard to review because my method for looking at or for reviewing and rating a product is method, ad copy, integrity, and product quality. And I don't really care about effect too much, but on a video like this, I have to kind of talk about effect a little bit. I just try not to let that sway me on the rating, because what you like as an effect will be different from what I like as an effect. In fact, if I were to base this solely on effect, this would be like 0 stars, because I just don't care for Coinmagic that much. And if I do, Coinmagic I do like, I've got a really strict set of criteria of what I like and what I'm even willing to look at as possibly being in my repertoire. So let's not look at the effect. I'll tell you what they are so you get a sense of it to see if you're interested. But I'm going to talk about method, ad copy integrity, and product quality. Product quality on this one's a little bit better than it was on Volume 3. Volume 3 was pretty bad. This one, the audio is still pretty rough, but the lighting's a little bit better, still rough, but better, and the camera work is much better on this one. The combination of the camera work and the lighting's better. On the other video, there's some of the stuff you just couldn't even see what the effect was because it was just terrible angles or lighting or whatever. So this one's a lot better, or moderately better, we'll say that. Well, as far as the effects, I'm just going to look at the list here. You're getting coins across, a matrix, 3-fly kind of is it a 3-fly? Maybe not 3-fly. Yeah, it kind of is. But it's a coins to pocket, I guess, so it's not a 3-fly. You get another card trick, basically a handling of Virginia City Shuffle. And based on the credits that Antony Gerard gives, he might be the originator of that effect. I always thought it was somebody else, so he may be the originator of that. You get a copper-silver trick, you get some spellbound stuff, you get chink-a-chink, and on the chink-a-chink, by the way, it looked like he was doing exactly what he was doing, which is sliding coins around on the mat. If you've ever seen Michael Amar perform shadow coins, that effect does not look like he's sliding coins around. It looks like he's moving his hands around, and the coins are somehow magically appearing. This one looked like he's sliding coins across the mat, which is exactly what he's doing. Didn't look very good. The method, one of the things that bugged me about this DVD, on the method section for Chink-a-Chink, he said, so he did Chink-a-Chink, then he performed another little bonus thing at the end of Chink-a-Chink. Then we get to the instructions section, explanation section. He says, oh, it's standard Chink-a-Chink, no need to explain that. And then he moved on to the little bonus thing he did. Okay, no need to explain that, then no need to buy this video because I'm not going to learn that on there anyway. So stuff like that drives me crazy. They're assuming that you have a certain level of knowledge. So if you're a beginner, this may not be for you. There are a couple of effects on there that may be. One that stands out to me is Eric Jones's EJ Copper Silver. It uses 2 copper silver coins, but they're handled in such a way that's very clever. You'd swear you saw both sides of both coins. And it's even done in the spectator's hands, and they actually are handling the coins. It's very well structured and has a very impossible seeming feel because the coins are changing in their hand, and they're actually handling the coins. And it's just the way Eric Jones structured it makes it to where you can get away with that. I don't know how else to say it. It's just a very clever choreography of how to handle that particular effect. So that may be worth your while, and if you own, you need 2 certain types of copper silver coins, one of each kind. But other than that, if you've got those coins and you got them in your pocket, you're good to go anytime. You can do it almost surrounded. In the video, he says you could do it surrounded. I wouldn't do it surrounded, but you could do it almost surrounded. Then Daryl's Manly Matrix, it looked to me pretty much like Al Schneider's, if I'm not mistaken, he's the pioneer of that effect. But it looked to me kind of like his original Matrix, which is just the standard thing where, you pick up 2 cards and you show there's a coin underneath each. You set one down, or you set them both down, you pick them up again, and now the coin's gone here and it's reappeared over here. It looked pretty much like that handling of it, but what Daryl added to it, I think it's original with Daryl, is the way he handles the cards to show both sides of the cards, yet he's actually concealing a coin. And it's very, very clever and very, very well done. And it's a good move to learn if you do card and coin type of work. It's very, very clever and very, very fair looking. So that was a good thing. There's another standout one that Curtis Cam's box jumper. It's sort of a kind of reminds me of like Reset by Paul Harris, but with coins. And I think Curtis Cam even says that's what he was going for. But the idea is you have an Aikido box and a little leather purse. You put 3 Chinese coins in the Aikido box, and then you've got 3 $half, and they one at a time change into Chinese coins. And each time you put the Chinese coin into the leather purse, and then you open up the Aikido box, and now it's $half. But then almost instantly they turn back into Chinese coins, and you open up the leather purse, and the $half are in there again. It's a little bit kind of back and forthy, and it can possibly get a little confusing. And the method requires that you have an Aikido box and this certain special kind of leather purse that he actually says are hard to find in the States, but you can find them in France. So it's got some potential. There's some good, nice moves in there that might be worth learning for your standard Aikido work. So that's maybe worth consideration. What else? There was another thing that bugged me: the Impossible Coins to Pocket. It used a Toppet, but not a jacket Toppet, a suspender Toppet, which I've never really seen that before, and it's pretty clever. But he doesn't show you; he just says it's there, and he shows you, but he doesn't really show you any details about it. So you can't make one based on watching that. I don't know if it's a product you can buy anywhere, but you're kind of just left with this. Well, here's this special gimmick you need, and I'm not going to tell you where to get one or how to make one. And you also need a special pocket sewn into your inside pocket. So your regular front pants pocket, there's a little special thing sewn into the pocket in there that allows you to show your pocket empty and then still have stuff in there. But again, no details were really given. The whole explanation for that trick was like 2.5 minutes. So I've got mixed feelings about this. I'm judging it based on how well this stuff was taught, which we've got the same problem we had on Volume 3, which was some of these are in perfectly good English by people that speak English as a first language. Then there's other ones where English is spoken it's broken English, so there's a little bit of a language barrier there. Then there's other ones where they use subtitles, and then there's even other ones where there's a voiceover guy talking. Now, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure that there was voiceover on this one. I might be remembering that wrong, but I can't remember. I just watched it, and they're kind of blurred together. So there may not be the voiceover one, but either way, you're not getting entirely all clear-cut English. You're getting some that are that way and some that are using subtitles or broken English or possibly voiceover. So again, it's hard to necessarily learn some of these effects, but there's a handful of good moves in here that I found that I think would probably be valuable to you and might be worth your consideration. So all in all, it's not a horrible DVD. The other one I gave 2.5 stars with a Stone Status of Grubble. This one I gave 3 stars with Stone Status of Gem with the little G, because there are a few more moves and ideas on here that, again, from a method perspective, that I think would be valuable tools and that are a little bit unique. Whereas the first DVD, there's hardly anything unique. It's all just same old stuff. And even on this one, there's a lot of the same old. But there's just enough extra uniqueness to this one that it might be worth your time and consideration. And I'm sure I left out details, but I've covered it in the written review. Make sure you check that out. So now it's time for you to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and listen to the random iTunes song of the moment, which happens to be Seventh Son of a Seventh Son by Iron Maiden. Killer. I think I've mentioned this before. There's a really good book by Orson Scott Card called, I think it's called The Seventh Son. But this whole album here, The Seventh Son of the Seventh Son, was inspired by that book series. I think there's 5 or 6 books in that series. And the whole album here is completely inspired by that book series. I thought that was really cool that they wrote an album that was based after a book that they wrote. And the book series is very good. I've read all of it except for the last one in the series, which it's been so many years since that came out. I just haven't gotten around to it. But what's cool is there's a lot of great stories in there. It's a very cool idea for a book. And so to have this music album based on that, I just thought that was clever, and it goes to show that that's Iron Maiden style. They're storytellers. So I love that. Anyway, that's Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Tune in tomorrow, day 49, which is one that has been requested quite a bit. Cross by Agus Shijiu. I'm not sure how to say that. Sorry. Anyway, we'll be looking at that tomorrow, day 49, Wednesday, February 18th. We'll see you then, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.